the Pacific Northwest, there is a special and hateful place these two schools have for each other in their hearts. From Jake Browning's point or Kenny Wheaton running back to score, this game has had plenty of moments, and maybe we'll get another classic in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a top-5 team in this conference, the Washington Huskies, taking on last year's national champion, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Ducks will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense will start this game off with the football. Last time these two bitter rivals got together, it was the Ducks pulling out a close one.
And the level of execution always seems to be on display when these two teams play, right? Both teams normally have a signal caller who's going to go on and play in the National Football League, and it comes down to which team had the ball last. That was Oregon.
Yeah, and they took care of business late in the game. They handled the moment better than Washington did. Now Washington's had a lot of time to think about it, and are they ready for this moment? This is a good squad. Every single year, the Ducks are good. They're Washington's game for this match.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical. Facing the fan, and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So the Oregon Ducks offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now, and I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though, and David, he's been that through the first half of the season, so now he's got the target on his back. He's got to elevate his play, because everybody knows he's what makes this offense go.
But he's got to do what it matters most, and that's when we start talking about winning conference championships at the end of the year, getting into the playoffs. So great start, great middle. How he finishes will determine whether he's going to be at that Heisman ceremony.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Zings it complete to the right. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone, right at the 20.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
The Ducks are marching down the field. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decimals through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Autzen Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. a very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era, but certainly for the winner, a clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like both these squads, really, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But Jesse, after...
There he goes! Touchdown, Huskies! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to try to get it himself. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Trying to pick up a first down. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
The best running backs are the guys that can just snip out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by a field circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares, problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The power of Austin Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. And this throw is incomplete.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down again. Great job there. Pass defense, third down. This defense now starting to put it together.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Power football with the run. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Finds a man on the left. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Sixkiller. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here, putting on his best Sonny Sixkiller impersonation.
So now it's 2nd and long. Oh, they're after him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe of the 48.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans. This offense better find out how to slow him down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. and he's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And the Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Guys, top 5 matchup this late in the season. It feels like a de facto playoff game.
It is, man. This is the big showcase. Late in the season, you're proving to the committee exactly who you are, where you stand. I don't think it gets any better than this late season showdowns. A lot of time rivalries too, Jesse. These are the best.
David, you're right. And both of these teams have been on a collision course all year long. We knew that this game was going to matter a lot, so you know the intensity is going to be off the charts.
Wants to throw again. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Extra point here will tie the game.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game, because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's caught. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football playoff implications as well. Always fun when these two teams get together.
And it doesn't matter what conference they're in. We're always watching this matchup. All eyes are on this match. They don't like each other. A lot of animosity. The coaches don't like each other. The players don't like each other. This is going to be a great ball game.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Quick completion to the right. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. Gets it out fast. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Huskies are flying down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. To the air on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. first down. That's reeled in. It's Blair. He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line. And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some soccer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
He'll pull it down and run. Did the work himself. Breaks into the open. He's finally run out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it to the right. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Back open in the middle. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. This offense has put on a display in the 1st half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal. Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. 1st half in the books. Time down to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, they wait all year for this game, and the Ducks and Huskies could just give us one fun finish today. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. He's going to run it. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, you know that every single week this guy's legs are going to be a problem, and the defense just has not had an answer for him. They can't keep him in the pocket. That last play, he's able to get outside, scramble, and go make something happen. And with that last run, he's now eclipsed the 100-yard rushing mark for the game.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
They'll try the run. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to the ground with the running back. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Got nothing last time, now second and goal from the 3. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's third and goal. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Memphis is just getting blown off the field right now, and like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 21 to BYU. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to pass on second down. He's going to take off.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Fires to the tight end. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll give it to the back. Fights off a defender. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll move the tight end. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds his tight end. Pulled down for the tackle. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Blair. And he's brought down after a nice game. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Now from inside the red zone. He's got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lining up from the 34 on first down. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Wants to go up top. He wants to take the top off. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable fourth quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0. got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Washington wants to go quickly.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big time.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. After the big first down sack, it's second down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Unloads it left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Touchdown, Huskies! A great catch and run for 6. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop.
Turning it on! They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the...
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Memphis is just getting blown off the field right now. And like them or hate them, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 21 to BYU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Running back searching for a hole. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. Turns it on in midfield. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Washington. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Let's go. Pulls it, fires to the left. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carry on that one.
Quarterback adapted. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Got his man on the right. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. The RPO, fired complete to the left. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
So that drive covered 40 yards and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
51, Washington, 35.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean, just keep hope alive, pitch this pill around, use every second you got, make this game, Palmer, as close as you possibly can.
Crazier things have happened in college football, man. Let's just go find out. Let's find out where the playmakers are lined up and see if they can make something positive happen.
Wants to fire on second down. Rushes on him. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. So Oregon gets the victory in its blood feud against Washington, and you best believe this one is going to stick with the men in purple for quite a while. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the UCLA Bruins, taking on last year's national champions, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bruins offense will get the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
So Oregon's offense will go to work for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC.
Wasting no time taking a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive.
Going deep. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for his defense.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Gotta love how this defense started the football game. They forced the punt on the first drive. First play now, come out, set the tone. Great run defense, forcing a negative play and putting their defense in a good spot.
There he goes. Still on his feet. All the way out across the 45-yard line, marking out of bounds at the 46.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
No need to get cute there, especially when they allow you to push the quarterback forward, and they do, and get the first down.
Yeah, the quarterback just does a nice job finding the crease, right? Which side of the center am I going to go? I got to get low to the ground, and I'm going to have my buddies behind me trying to give me a little extra shove to go get that first.
And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display
3rd and inches right there. That's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Leaves it with the running back. Finding open areas. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Now he's looking to throw it. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After the miss, no change in the score.
Well, the upright playing the 12th man on defense, knocking that ball down. That looked like it had a chance to be good.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game.
Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. DB's right up on the receivers. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Bruins will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Give to the running back. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 15, and that gives him some more room to work. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. flushed out of the pocket. Got the first down himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them.
Breaks into the open. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll try to do it himself. Got some room in under the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Power ahead. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And so how physical are you willing to be offensively at this point on third down coming up? You want to keep trying to run the football? I mean, you're right there at the goal line. How do you want to do it, though? You want to spread him out, maybe go zone read in the middle, give your quarterback the option to keep it? Or do you want to bring the big fellas in, go jumbo formation, and just try to impose your will?
So they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
Pulls and fires complete. And he's still running after the move. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Quick release on the RPO.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Bruins can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the right. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage.
Oh, he's got some space. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Finally this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Carney. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The Ducks are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Punch it out of the air. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll leave it with him. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Utah State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Aggies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Boise State. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
It's a fumble. And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a 1st down and came up a little short. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Working that left side now. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Finds a crease at the 20. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The pull and throw off the RPO. Turning it on! Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Got the back over the middle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Buying some time. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? And the Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Not a chance. Missed it. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Content with what they have, the quarterback takes a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene.
And the Bruins will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He's got the back in the middle. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get it down at the 35.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot up over to the bench and wait for your turn to get your shot.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Out of the backfield, he's open. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Makes a grab past the marker. There he goes. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. after taking another look just to confirm everything. The officials on the field got it right. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They march 78 yards down the field, and they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not...
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
This offense has it with really good field position. The give to the tailback. And he makes the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give on the option. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Gets rid of it. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Off the RPO, complete. Breaks into the open. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they got it on the 22. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bruins.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Bruins trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Go straight ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still on his feet at the 45. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape scramble and go pick up the 1st down. That is a killer. If you're the defensive coordinator, you've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
They'll go right back to it. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finding an escape route. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Got his man quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Makes a connection. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And there was... Where to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game. But the
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! And that might be a dagger. They push the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Mountain West. Utah State is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 14 to Boise State. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're working that left side. At the 45 on its way. Turns it on down the left side. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive.
He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, Ducks! The offense cashing it in on that drive. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th.
14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. RPO complete to open the drive. Jobbed out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Spits it out to the back. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Here's the handoff. Touchdown, Oregon! And the route is on. They've stretched out this lead. They're starting to smell their 11th win of the year.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Turning it on! He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4th. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Unit on the field. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
UCLA, 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. It's a draw. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it.
you